Hey everyone, how are you? Hey Karen, are you doing okay? This is Isaac. Y'all have
Hello.
heard me talk about Isaac before. We have one person in. Can y'all hear me? Can you see me? Is everything working? Karen, can you see and hear me? Somebody? Somebody tell me something. Well, I guess you must see me, Karen. Okay, thank
There
you.
we go.
We'll wait a minute and see if anybody else shows up. Okay. Oh, hey, Melly, how are you?
Hello.
This is Isaac. He finally got to get away from a little bit of his military duty. Hey, a different way. Hi, Rebecca, how are you? Is everyone doing well? I hope. Hi, Robin. Melly's telling you hi, Isaac.
Hello,
And well,
Melly.
everyone, Robin, everyone's telling you hi. This is Isaac.
This is my first time doing this, so I'm kind of nervous.
He's never done a live before. And we've been wanting to do this for over a year. And finally, I was able to get him away from some of his military duties and get him on here. And hi, Helen. He does have a nice smile, doesn't he, Karen? Robin, thank you. Oh, thank you, Robin, that I look nice. And she's thanking you for your service. Can you see what it's saying?
Oh, thank you for the support. Be out here.
Rebecca, Isaac has diamond painted with me when he's been over here,
hmm
but he doesn't while he's over at the Marines. I don't think they give him time to do much of anything. But yes, I taught him how to diamond paint, and before he left, and sometimes when he comes over, I'll have a diamond painting sitting out, and he'll sit there and work on it.
hmm
Why do you do that?
I mean, I like it because I like to do it because it helped me like distress a little bit. When I'm stressed, it helps a little bit. But when I'm at work, it's just like kind of hard with time and everything. So I don't do it at work.
Robin says, "Don't be nervous because they're friends, and they know everything about you." And I wanted to him to. He said he would answer any questions you might have. I've told you a little bit about his journey when he came here, um, and I found it. Well, thank you, Amanda. He is a handsome
Thank
young
you.
man. I know, Rebecca. I can just see Isaac Diamond painting and his buddies coming in here. He would be ragged.
They would probably make fun of me, honestly. So yeah,
Did you ever hang the one up that I gave you?
I left it here last time at Abby's room.
Well,
But I'm taking it this time for sure.
I had made the fire and ice one for him, and he was going to take it. I wasn't sure. He finally is in a more, I guess, where you're going to be for a while.
I'm gonna be there for the rest of my contract, so which is
Okay.
3 years more. So I'm gonna be in the same place.
You
And
got to speak up a little. Can y'all hear him? Can y'all hear Isaac okay? Sometimes I've got a big mouth, but shoot, I taught for 34 years. And you can ask Isaac what kind of teacher I was.
sometimes she was hard, but she's like the best teacher I ever had. So can't
Oh,
complain.
good. I'm glad y'all can hear him. Well, who taught you that English?
You did. You did.
And yeah, he wasn't sure we were going if he was going to do it, but as y'all can hear, he is speaking the English just fine. And I've got him in front of all my yarn. Doesn't he? Yeah. So we're in a colorful situation here.
hmm
Hey, Nancy and Marla and Amanda. Gosh, I've missed people coming in. Now, if you've watched me for a little while, you've heard me talk about Isaac a few times. Rebecca's asking where you're stationed.
I'm stationed in Camp Pendleton in California.
Okay, Melton girls, this is Isaac. Isaac was one of my students. He's been here. It's been 7 years ago,
Mm-hmm. 7 years.
and he has now adopted me as his abuelita. I'm his grandma. He came here from Honduras, and he has quite an amazing trip because he had to travel with coyotes up here. He is here. He was brought here on a visa for child abuse, and don't really want to go into that part. But he's been through a lot. I'm going to tell you, he's been through a lot. I've asked him some questions about when he was traveling up here. Now, did you have to do any walking when you came?
Oh yeah, there was definitely walking, like in between the woods, in the middle of nowhere, like in the middle of the night. So.
Oh, you were having to walk in the middle of the night?
Mm-hmm.
And why did you have to do that?
So we wouldn't get caught.
Okay. Yes, he is a strong break. Look at that. He went through all of that, and now he's in the Marines. He's been there for a little over a year now. He is a great person. Hey, Kathleen, how are you? But he's been through so much. Came here not knowing any English, and now he speaks good English. He passed his test to get into the Marines. And you want to tell us something about boot camp?
I mean, it was kind of hard because I was away from home and away from my sisters and everything, but it wasn't like that hard, you know. It was just more mental than physical. Because physically, I feel like I'm okay, but mental part was like kind of hard.
And when you say mental, what part was the most mental part?
Like whenever you have someone screaming in your face, you know, having to wake up so early in the morning, and like you always doing something. Like you don't get a break until it's time to sleep. So.
Thank you, Kathleen. Doing good here. He is an overcomer, I'll tell you. Okay, Rebecca. I know you got to get back to work. Thanks for dropping by. You got to finally meet my Isaac, my dear Nieto. Yes, it is a blessing God brought us together. Isaac, do you like to dance?
I'm not much of a dancer, to be honest. No.
Not really. And what kind of music do you like?
I listen to all type of music, from like Spanish music to anything. Honestly, anything. A thing that I learned in the Marine Corps is like you get to be with people from like all over the world, all over the country. So you learn new things, learn new type of music and all that. So I listen to it, pretty much anything.
Kit Crafts is asking, what sports do you enjoy?
Definitely soccer.
I knew that was
definitely soccer, football as well, and basketball. Honestly, I'm not good at basketball, but I mean I played it, and volleyball for sure. I enjoy playing volleyball.
When he was in high school, he was in soccer, and he was so good at it. Now, are you getting to play soccer in the Marines any?
We were gonna. I signed up for the team and everything, but we haven't had a game because of COVID. If not, we've been playing for the Marines.
Oh, you're not late, Cat. You're fine. We just jumped on here just a few minutes ago, and if y'all have questions for Isaac, he said he'll answer anything, and within a reason. I've asked him if he's got a girl. He's not really sure about that right now. I told him just wait. He's still young. He's only 20, so he's got a lot of time before he has to worry about that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, hi, Karen. I'm so glad you made it. And Karen's telling you hi. I've known Karen Crochet.
Hello.
I've known Karen for a long time. She's been following me forever because she crochets a lot, and she's been diamond painting.
I don't crochet.
How much longer do you have in the Marines? How much more service?
I've still got 3 more years, and I might stay in for more. I'm not too sure yet. It's too soon to say, but I might just stay.
He hasn't decided on that.
Yes, it's like a hard decision.
Now, you told me that School of Infantry was harder than boot camp.
It was definitely harder, especially in the hikes. In boot camp, like the hikes that we had, we didn't have as much as way as in ITV, School of Infantry.
Uh-huh. How much weight did you carry in SOI?
There are some times that we would carry like over 100 pounds, and then we would have to hike somewhere like in the middle of nowhere. So it would suck, and it was hot too when I did it.
Yeah. S&J says her grandfather was in the military, and Semper Fi.
Hurrah!
Hurrah. My dad and my brother were both in the Marines. And I remember the day Isaac called me. It's been
a minute.
Yeah, this summer will be 2 years. And he said, guess what? I just signed up to go in the Marines. I'm like, oh, really? Congratulations. I thought it was cool. Yeah, career Marine is not a bad choice. Oh, Kathleen says, God be with you always. And Isaac is one of these people, I know because I taught him. I've known Isaac for like 7 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I met him when he was 13, and he's 20. I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Whenever he would do his work, it had to be just perfect. I'm like, oh, come on, Isaac, and he'd erase it because it had to be perfect, and that's how he does everything. Because you want to be the what?
Oh, I want to be like, I don't know. I'm just trying to be better. Better than myself. Trying to be better than yesterday. Always working on myself for sure.
Yeah. Karen says I've talked to her about you,
Mm-hmm.
and okay. Kat is asking, what are your plans after the service? He doesn't sure whether he wants to stay or not.
If I don't stay, I definitely want to go to college. Well, I want to start college right now, and I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure what I want to study for. But if anything, I'll probably end up being a police officer for sure.
Robin wants to know what your favorite color is.
This is definitely black.
Well, of course, she's in the Marines now.
It's black because I can match it with anything.
Yeah, imagine. He's kind of like me. He got that from me. Look at my black. I got black pants on too. Yeah, you can match with everything. Yes, Kathleen, I've always spoken highly of Isaac. Yes, he is really has such a good heart. Or I couldn't be his grandmother. I can't have a bad kid. That's right. It goes with everything, Melly. And I think he took it after me because I wear black. He's have you thought about going to the military police?
No, honestly, because where I'm at, like, well, in the whole Marine Corps, like everybody hates the MPs. Not hate them because they're there too, doing helping us too. But the thing is that the MPs are the ones that screw other Marines over, so nobody likes them.
Mm-hmm. He's talking about just being a regular police officer.
Mm-hmm.
Because your dad is a police officer in Honduras.
Yes, my uncle too.
And your uncle?
Mm-hmm.
I remember when he was in junior high, he always said he wanted to be in the military. I'll never forget that. And then look at him. There he is. UM says there's nothing wrong with perfection. She's that way too. I'm that way. I had to quit. I used to oil paint and do acrylic painting, and I'm like, just a little bit more because I wanted it to be perfect. So I was driving myself crazy. Isaac is very artistic. Very artistic. He has drawn some really cool things. Ashtray. I've never even typed that word. Oh, autocorrect got ashtray in there. Well, hi, Vivian. How are you? Vivian, you're from Vivian. You're from somewhere in South America, or Central or South America. I can't remember.
Somebody asked. I haven't been in Honduras yet.
No, he hasn't been back to Honduras.
I've been wanting to go, but things over there they're not as easy. So
Yeah,
it's hard. I want to go. I definitely want to go.
everything's going good, Vivian. Guatemala. I knew it was somewhere. Vivian is from Guatemala.
Buenos días o buenas tardes. Y gracias por estar aquí.
He's a good guy. Robin asked, I know you have several questions, but can you tell us which one of the traits you love about me? Okay. What are your favorite traits about me, Isaac? Nothing. Nothing.
Well, since I met you, like you've been a good example for me, and the way you are with people, like that's how I want to be with everybody else as well. And you're strong and you keep pushing forward, and that's something I want to do when I get older. Want to be like
when you grow up. Hi, Lisa. And things I like about Isaac, he never gives up. I have never seen anyone who has been through the heartbreak he's been through and still has a smile on his face. He's been through so much that you guys have no idea about. Okay, so Vivian, you've been in Boston since 1990. Oh, you're not old. Honey, you're not old. I love you too, Melly. Yes, Vivian, I have such good things to say about Isaac. He loves his family so much. He would do anything for them. And when he was in school, let me tell you something, he wanted to be the best. And that's the way he is in the military. He strives for the best. Well, Lisa, I really don't have a whole lot more yarn. I probably have more diamond paintings than anything. This keeps popping up. They want to know how Kimberly is doing.
She's doing really well. We got an appointment Thursday, and because she's got done with treatment that she had, and we will see how it went, like if it actually worked or not. So we're gonna find out this week. So hopefully it did.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine, Marla. You just busy working away. You can do whatever you want to. If for those of you who don't know, his sister Kimberly, she's only 5. She's had cancer. It was a tumor behind her eye since she was probably
3 months.
3 months old. That's when they found it.
Mm-hmm.
She might have been born with it. We don't know. And she went through chemo for about 1.5 years,
Probably
something
more.
like that. And she finally got to ring the bell. Hey, Suzanne, how are you? And it was gone. But it came back this past summer.
It was like almost at the end of the year.
Of
when they told us that.
Oh, okay. You mean of 2020?
2020.
Okay.
At the end of the year.
Okay, so they found out that it had come back. Oh, thank you. I've had several people who've been praying for Kimberly. Thank you so much, Robin.
I really appreciate it.
I tell him that, and it really does make him feel good that there are people out there praying for her. She's going to find out. She'll be having an MRI, and they're going to see if this laser they did 5 weeks every day. She had to go to Houston, which is a couple-hour drive. It's a long ways to downtown Houston from here. And the traffic doesn't help.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're just praying all works out for her, and the cancer is gone. Thank you for the prayers, Lisa. Yes, Lisa, Isaac has a great story to tell. He, that's another thing. He's been through so much, and like I said, he's so strong. He doesn't give up. He doesn't quit. He just keeps going forward. And he tells me that he smiles to get through some of that. And did they call you Smiley in the Marines?
Oh yeah, I oh my god, when I was in boot camp, I got in trouble a couple times for smiling because you got to smile through things, and I was usually smiling when I was in boot camp, so I got in trouble. Hmm.
They wanted him to wipe that smile off his face. And I told them, I said, Isaac, don't be smiling and laughing when they're yelling at you, because I knew that would be something he would do just because he thought it was funny. Oh, I think, yeah, Helen, that's one thing I've been thinking about talking to Isaac about, writing a book, because he's got a great story to tell. Have you ever thought about doing that?
Honestly, I have I just
I
know
will
where to
help you
start.
I will help you get started and get, I taught you English.
Well, I just don't know where to start, honestly.
Well, you start from the beginning. You could tell about what it was like in Honduras when you were a kid. Yes, Vivian, I am his second mom. He unfortunately lost his mother. It'll be 3 years in May.
Yes.
May 5th. He lost his mother to cancer. That was tough. That's what I'm saying. He's been through so much, and to see him step up and take care of because Kimberly has a twin sister. They're twins, and Isaac watches those kids. He's like their daddy. I'll tell you what. Let's see, Kathleen. She said you just start with what's on your mind at the moment and just write it down. And then you write what's on your mind, then you go back and organize it.
Okay.
As you just put down what you want. And yeah, I finally was able to get him here. Isaac he really is strong. Physically, mentally, he's just really strong. Okay, Isaac, how big is your head getting before? I got to make sure he can get out this door. He really is down to earth, Robin, and he's smiling all the time. Well, thank you, Robin. She's sorry for your loss. Exactly, Vivian. Just start writing things down, and once when something comes to you, just write it down. Then later you can put it in chronological order, or it makes sense. That's why they have editors to help you do that.
I might have to start doing it.
Okay, Melly, thanks for coming in. Melly says, God bless you and thank you for your service. She's got to go get her kids. You take care, Melly. Thanks for joining us. But anyway, when he comes to visit, see, not yesterday, but the week before, Isaac went fishing with my husband. That's one of the things he likes to do, is go fishing with Jerry. No one. Oh, hi, Ureli. How are you? Kathleen says start journaling. Yes, Marla, he is an inspiration to people everywhere. And that he's still smiling. He's not sitting here going, poor me. Poor old me. I've had it bad. I deserve something from everybody. He's a good guy. Oh, okay, you really here at work. I remember one time I did a live, and this was when Isaac was still in high school. He popped in on my live. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes. I don't know where.
He was typing on his phone. He was at lunch. He's saying, hi. I'm like, Isaac, you're in school. What are you doing? It was so funny. Are you like fishing too, Robin? Hey, Judy. I'm so glad glad you made it. This is not my sister Judy. This is another Judy that I've become good friends with.
Okay. Hello, Judy.
um, all these people are they're really such wonderful people. I have the best people on my channel. And they ask about you. Some will say, well, I haven't heard about Issac lately. So now I've got him on here. And I have had some people ask me what it was like for him when he was at the border. Oh, thank you, Kat. And when you first got there, what did they do to you?
Well, the first thing they did, it was take all the clothes that we had, basically. And because, when you come, you bring a little backpack with clothes and everything. They took all that away. They just left us with the clothes
There's my
that we were
sister, Judy. Hey, JB. Issac has actually met my sister a couple of times. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. And they literally threw us in this room. It's like a cell, like prison, basically. And it was so cold in there. And there was like so many people as well. Like you couldn't even fit in there. And no windows or nothing. We didn't even know when it was day or whenever it was night. So no blankets, nothing. Just there sleeping in the floor with like a lot of other people. So
Love you, Karen. So, how long were you in that area?
I was in there for 15 days.
15 days.
15 days.
And what did they do? Why did they put you in there? You said it's kind of like a cell because you can't get in or out.
Well, it's mostly because they're trying to figure out like where you're from and why you're here, and doing all the paperwork. But I guess there's so many people that they don't have more space because like there was like way too many people in one room. Small.
Oh, really? There was a lot of people coming at once. And what kind of food did they feed you?
It was some nasty food, Sometimes I have to eat it because I would be like, if I don't eat it, then I won't have nothing in my stomach. But it was bad. It was bad.
Well, hi, Robin. How are you? So, was it like sandwiches, or was it something different, or do you remember? It's been a while.
It's been a while, but yeah, sometimes it would be like in the morning. I think it was like burritos, but they weren't good at all.
Were they cold?
They were cold.
Yeah, they weren't.
I think the thing that I would eat always, it would be the fruit. Like sometimes it would bring apples with it, and that's the only thing I would eat because the food wasn't that good.
I see. So after you got out of there, where did you go?
I went to this place. I can't remember what it's called, but it's another retention center, But it's more. How to put this?
Is it like a dorm?
And then you have like roommates, and then they take you to school. Like they have a school in there, and the food was definitely better.
Yeah, the food was better. How long were you in that place?
I was in there for 30 days.
30 days, because he was with his sister. Issac was 13 at the time, and was Abby 10 or 11? 10. Okay, so yeah, I guess military chow tastes good compared to that, huh?
I mean,
sometimes
it makes some good food,
but not all the time.
No.
So once you were there for a month, because when Issac came to me, because they were teaching you in Spanish, right?
Yes.
Okay, they were teaching him in Spanish. When he came to me, he knew what all the stripes and the stars and everything on the flag meant. He knew more than a lot of the kids that I had in my classroom. It was crazy. But Issac is just smart. He picked up on stuff and he learned it quick. Well, hey, Kate, thank you so much. I appreciate that. This is Issac. Issac was a former student of mine, and he's now my, well, there's my other Judy. Hi, Judy. he was my student about 7 years ago, almost 7 years, and he was in 7th grade, and I was his ESL teacher, and I kept you, and there were, what, 4 others in there?
Mm-hmm.
And I kept them all the time, teaching them English, and sometimes they get frustrated with me. I'm like, you're going to speak English. We're going to learn it. And they did. And he speaks beautifully. You got out of ESL in what, 2 or 3 years?
I think I got out of it when I hit the freshman year.
Freshman, so that was like you were just starting your 3rd year.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's just smart. He's very smart. When he wants to do something, he's gonna get it done. He's gonna get it done. Now, someone said that you were shy. He's shy on here, but let me tell you, he's really not shy.
No, I am very shy.
Yeah. When he gets out amongst people, he really opens up. Well, thank you, Kate. That's so sweet. Now, right now, what is the vehicle that you are learning on right now?
I drive an LAB and LAB
What does
25.
that mean?
It's like assault vehicle.
Okay, an assault vehicle.
Mm-hmm. And we can basically do pretty much anything with it. We can swim on the vehicle, go up mountains. We can take it anywhere, honestly. Right now, we have the biggest gun in a vehicle in the Marine Corps. So
Kathleen asked, is it like a tank?
yes, it's like a tank. But the Marine Corps got rid of the tank, so now we took their place. So we got the biggest gun now in the
Okay.
vehicle. Yes.
So can everyone fit inside? Because I know when you showed me pictures, there were people sitting on top.
So yes, everybody can fit inside, but like the people that's on the top, that's my vehicle commander, and he's like watching everything that I can't see. So he got eyes on me.
Oh. Isaac's going to be here for about 2 more weeks. He's been here 2 weeks, and he'll be here about 2 more weeks. He's a day less than 2 weeks. Well, maybe 2 days less. Cause you're going to have to leave what on a Saturday?
Yes, I'm gonna leave early so I can rest before I go to work.
He drove out so that he would have his vehicle this time.
You want to see a picture of the LAB?
Do you have any pictures of it?
I can probably just pull it up.
How many are on the team on that vehicle?
So you usually got 4 people in the back, and then the vehicle commander, and then his gunner,
okay.
And the driver. So
that's right,
7
Vivian.
people.
He's shy because he doesn't know you guys, and he can't see you. We're just looking at ourselves. So there's 7 on the team?
It's 7 on each vehicle.
On each vehicle.
Let me find the picture so I can show it to them.
Kathleen said, yeah, you can show the picture. Yeah, I'm with you, Kathleen. I need one of these to drive on the highway.
That's how it looks
Put it
like.
up in that. That's what it looks like. And he has had to learn how to do every position on that vehicle. He doesn't diamond paint now that he's in the Marines. He mostly would diamond paint when he'd come over to see me. I gave him a kit. Tell him what happened to that.
Well, my sister's got into it, so
his little sisters. I kitted his kit up for him so that he wouldn't have to do anything. And his little sisters got into it, and the drills went everywhere. So you can imagine what that was like. Yeah, Katie, you can run over the idiots on the road with it.
Definitely, yes.
Oh, hi, Orkin. Yes, this is Isaac. Isaac is, he's kind of like my adopted grandson. I taught him when he first came here from Honduras, and he has become part of the family. Yeah, drivers are crazy today.
especially in California.
He said California. Are any of you out there in California? He said that they drive crazy in California. Nobody? Well, he said that they're kind of crazy out there.
Very crazy.
Well, I'm sorry your daughter's too old for him, Judy. Oh, Kathleen, you are in California, aren't you? Well, thank you. UM says she salutes you. Well, how do you do a salute? How does that look?
Oh, straight for sure. Like this.
Okay. Okay, you're in Northern California. He's in San Diego. Have y'all had parades where you've driven the vehicle?
We actually did for Christmas. We went out there, put Christmas lights on the vehicles, and uh, we have something that's called Toys for Tots. That's something the Marine Corps does to collect toys for, for people who doesn't have it, for families that they need toys and stuff for Christmas. So we went out there and did like a little parade, and yeah, it was fun. Like once we got out of the base, a lot of people like taking videos, taking pictures, and it was fun. It was fun.
I was reading something. Ureli thanks you for your service. She also has cousins that are in the military. That is, in Copenhagen. See, she lives in Copenhagen, in a whole other country, and she said they drive with their hand under their arms. That's hilarious. Okay, so Kathleen, you're an hour and a half from the capital, Sacramento.
Oh, okay. I got some friends from Sacramento.
Yeah, he's making lots of friends. I'm telling you, he makes friends easy. Okay, so Vivian, you like Boston better than Los Angeles? Have you driven around in Los Angeles any?
Yes.
I've heard it's crazy.
A lot of traffic as well.
So is Boston better, Vivian? The traffic and getting around? We're in Livingston. The traffic is just horrendous here, isn't it?
Well, honestly, like before I left, it wasn't that bad. But the other day I was driving through town, and then it was like a lot of traffic. I was like, this town is way too small to have like traffic like that. So.
Yeah, there has been quite a bit of traffic for. I mean, we only have between 5,000 and 6,000 people living in this town, but there are people on that road all the time.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't have a YouTube. I told him he had to make a YouTube. I don't know if they would let you put the tanks and things on there or not.
Well, the things that are inside the vehicle, they're classified, so
right.
I can be putting.
But you could put the outside part,
yes.
like someone driving it around, and I told him he should make a channel. I send everybody over there. Go see Isaac. See what he's up to today. But he hasn't done any. Well, yeah, you did do one YouTube thing. You were playing the drums. Isaac used to play the drums at the church he went to. And Isaac taught himself to play the drums. He'd never played. And he's really good. He's amazing. I mean, he just decides to do something and he does it. Oh, they drive bad there too, Vivian. They drive kind of crazy in our small little town. You never know when someone's just going to right in front of you. They don't care. Oh, were you there? Sorry. I didn't mean to run over you. And then here's Bogey. He's over here being nosy. Because that's just how he likes to do things. He loves Isaac too. My dogs love Isaac. When he comes over, they get howling, happy to see him. Oh, that's an idea. We could do a tank diamond painting for you, Isaac. I could do a custom of your tank and you sitting in it.
I would definitely put it on my phone.
I bet you would. You'll have to send me a good picture of it. This dog his name is Bogey. He's a Yorkie poo, and he thinks he's boss of the house. I have 2 other dogs, but he wants to keep them away all the time. He's a mess. He is a mess. But this is Bogey. Robin wants to know if you do any journaling, writing down things while you're in the military.
I did in boot camp. At the beginning, I was writing like
I
everything that
think so
went
too, Kat.
through the day.
Yeah.
But after that, honestly, when I get off of work, I'd be so tired. Like I just want to shower and lay down.
Relax, doing something. Yeah. Yeah. I need to do a custom of your tank to make a picture of the tank so I can send it off. Oh, this Bogey is. He makes himself be the favorite because he pushes himself right on it, doesn't he, Isaac?
Oh yes, he does.
My other dog Oliver loves Isaac, and Isaac loves him. But they're in the other room. The door's open, but Bogey will try to. He ain't gonna let him come in here. He thinks he's.
If I could take Ollie with me to base, I will take him. But
yep, I won't let him have a dog, because they will growl. He will growl if a stranger comes around. I'm not sure. Oliver, are you in there? Ollie, come here, baby. Oliver. Yeah, you're going to have to do a photo shoot with your tank, Isaac. Well, thank you, Jill. She says, from a family of veterans, thank you for your service.
Thank you for the support. Honestly, that's something that I'm not used to. Like people telling me.
Thank you. Well, they mean it.
I don't know what to say. Like honestly.
Just thank you for your support. is perfect. He is the boss of the house, Vivian. Bogey is the boss. He's a mess. Hey, do one of your hand waving from the hole. Hey, everybody, have your head sticking out behind sitting at the gun or whatever, or just be standing there up against. I'm just glad they didn't take his smile away. I was afraid that when he came back, he would never smile again, but he does, as you can see. He still smiles. Do any of you have any questions about anything? Oh. My nose is itching. My allergies are going crazy. So, Isaac, do you have to go back to Lufkin after this? He's got to do military work while he's here. But he told him he was going to come do this. But this is more important.
Yeah, I had to be here, you know. I had to at least do a video.
Yes, because we've been talking about this for over a year or maybe 2 years. It's been a long time. Yes. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Oh, you're in Australia. Awesome.
I got some friends that just went to Australia.
Yeah, waving from the hatch. Can't you see him with his head out? And you'd like to go to Australia?
Honestly, I would love to go to Australia.
You think you'll ever have an opportunity? I know you have some opportunities. Where are some of the places you'd like to go?
Australia would be the first place I would like to go. But when you're in a mule, like you don't get to pick. It depends on where the mule is going. So, but I would like to go to Australia and do some training over there. I heard it was pretty good training.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could have Isaac here more, but he's in California most of the time, and I'm in Texas, so I don't get to see him very much. Yeah, I think it was back in 2019 that I was talking about us doing a video together. It's been a while, but this is the first time we've had a chance to. You know, I told him, I said, I'm going to have to beat you up if you don't do that.
Yeah, I need to go to Australia. Like,
Yeah, Australia sounds really cool.
I
Well,
want to. I
hey,
want to go there
Erickson
fishing.
from Denmark. You want to what?
I want to fish. I want to go fishing in Australia.
He loves to fish. He likes to go fishing everywhere. Oh, okay. Diamond Painting Orchid said she likes the Army guys. They are so nice. Love when I have been to the show and you've been talking with the guys. Okay, that's in the Air Force. They make you feel old. Oh, when they say yes, ma'am. Yeah, they. He says, but you pretty much always said yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
He's very polite. He's very polite. Maybe you'll go to Darwin. I don't know where a lot of those places are. Well, thank you, Different Way, for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Yes, he's actually, this is his third time he's come to see me. Yeah, he every time he comes to Texas, he has come to see me.
I have to.
Yeah, he has to. I mean, well, because if I find him, yeah, all people in the service are polite. But Isaac was polite even before he was in the service. He's always been that way. Very polite, and
that's definitely one of the first things we learn. To respect other people and learn how to talk to other people. And show them like we professionals, basically.
Huh. And you're a professional. Okay, Darwin is in Australia. Cool. Oh, and she said there's great fishing. Well, he'll be looking that up.
Oh, definitely.
No, Isaac is not my son. He is a former student of mine, but he is like family. I've pretty much adopted him. Yes, I'm his abuelita, and he is very special. Okay. See you later, Kathleen. God be with you. See you later. And everybody's glad to see you, Isaac. I talk about you, and I'm like, I've got to put a face to this name. Huh. Is there a NASA tracking center in Australia? Well, hey, Kelly. Glad you made it. I really don't know.
I'm not too sure about that.
I don't know.
Might be, honestly.
Yeah. Jill, is there a NASA tracking center in Australia? Or do you know? Now, we have NASA here in Texas, but I'm not sure where other places there are. What's for lunch? I don't know. You can drink your coffee. He had to stop by and get him my iced coffee before he came.
Mm-hmm. I love coffee. So.
Yeah. He said all of them over there are either drinking coffee or anything with caffeine because they have to get up.
Mm-hmm.
Get up and move.
It's hard to wake up like too early, but I mean, you get used to it. Like now that I'm here, like I'm usually awake by 7, but it's because like the time here it's different than California. Yeah. So when it's 7 here, it's 5 over there.
Right.
So I'm used to waking up at 5 over there.
Oh, okay. I have to Google that. Yes. Oh, Jill said yes, there is in Canberra. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. Well, thank you, Vivian, for coming.
Hope you have a good day.
Yeah, have a great day. Kelly, I can only drink caffeine-free coffee. Caffeine would have me climbing these walls. Yeah, I don't want to see that. That's not a pretty picture. You don't want to see it. That is cool to know that. I had no idea there's one in Australia. Thank you for bringing that up, Judy, because I didn't have any idea.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah. So Isaac, what else do you want to do while you're still here in Texas?
I definitely want to go fishing some more. Definitely.
Fishing is his number one priority.
Enjoy time with my sisters for sure.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it, honestly. I'm just here for them.
Yeah. And he comes, he wants to go see his sisters. Um, the Marines will only let him leave at certain times. I mean, he was very lucky. Hey, Lynn, how are you? She says, hi, Isaac.
Hello.
That's okay, Lynn. I know you're probably at work. Isaac and Jerry went fishing just a weekend before this one. They went.
Was it? No, last.
It was last Sunday. The
Mhm.
Sunday before. Yeah, it was a week ago yesterday. They went fishing.
He was the one that got me to fishing. Like, he's the first person that I went fishing with. Well, bass fishing, you know?
Yeah, bass fishing.
And after that, I just fell in love with bass fishing.
Yeah.
So, anytime that I can go bass fishing, I'm going to go bass fishing.
Now tell them what did you fish for in Honduras?
Honestly, over there, I didn't fish much. Cause where I grew up, like, we didn't have like rivers close by or anything like that. So, but since I was little, I always loved fishing. Like, I went like a couple times, and you only fish for like sunfish or catfish. That's pretty much it. So, I used to do it when I used to go visit my grandma over there, cause she lived like out in the country. So that would be the only time that I would be able to go fishing. But over there, you don't use like fishing rods and none of that. It's just the line and then.
Yeah, Jerry introduced you into the open face reels.
Yes.
Karen wants to know if you caught anything when you and Jerry went.
Oh yes. I caught like over 12 fish, over 12 bass.
Wow.
It was fun. And
thank you, Kelly.
And I love, just spending time with him and walking up and down the creek. It's always nice. Even if we don't catch fish, it's always nice just to be out there.
Hi, Sabrina. Yes, it has been a while. I guess I need to do lives again because I always would do them about this time during the day so that there are people in different parts of the world that can watch. And there's a lot of people that do it at night. And my husband, he's at home at night, and I want to spend time with him. And Isaac was able to come at this time. So this is why we did this. But yeah, how many times did Jerry slide down?
Oh my God, he fell like 4 times that day.
He said it was really slick. Well, thank you, Lynn. She's proud of you. Oh, your son was in the Marine Corps. Awesome. Was he in California also? Judy's asking, have you been to San Padre Island?
No, I haven't.
No, no. Okay. Well, Kelly, I used to do lives, but it's been over a year.
Is San Padre the one here? The one by the border?
Are you talking about San Padre that's in Texas?
Oh, he was in Camp Pendleton.
Okay, Camp Pendleton.
Yes, I'm in Camp Pendleton as well.
When did you start in the service?
It was last year.
I remember the exact day you left.
26th?
24th.
24th. February 24th. Last year, 2020. So it's been a little over a year.
Yep. Oh, he went to Iraq when. I know that was hard for you. Oh, but he's in Oceanside, though, so he stayed in California.
Okay. He's in Oceanside. It's like right there.
So, do you ever go to Oceanside?
Yeah.
I've heard that a lot of...
It's right out the gate. So, like, literally... Okay. So, basically, the base is like in Oceanside. Pretty much. Yes. So,
I didn't know that.
That's where I go to get my haircuts. To get food, I'm always going out there to get food. That's the only reason we go out of base.
Yes, it's nice to get And y'all can see that I wasn't lying about Isaac. I didn't dream him up and make him up. He's a real person. When you first came to the United States, what did you think?
It's a whole different world, honestly. Like you can literally just see it by crossing border from Mexico
Mm-hmm.
to here. A whole different thing. Going from how the street looks, like the highways, how they
All
look,
right.
all the stores, houses, buildings. Like it's so much. So it's a big difference.
Yeah.
It's big.
Now, what did you think about me when you first met me? Do you remember?
I really don't. It's been a minute.
Is there a chance he could be deployed? That's always a chance.
Yes. I got told when I was like last week. I got a call from my friends over there, and we got told that we might be going to Peru in November. So that's exciting.
Yeah. He never knows what's going to happen.
Yes.
But I remember, I still remember this one day in school when Isaac got so mad at me. We were supposed to have a free day that day, and I said, we've got to do this test. And Isaac sat there and he wasn't going to do it. I mean, he was digging his feet in, and I'm like, Isaac, you're going to do this test. And he finally did it, but he told me the reason he was so mad, he told me this a few years later, was that he was expecting a free day that day, and I made him do that test,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't my fault. So, yeah, but that was the only time we ever, I think, had any kind of...
That was the only. Yeah, that was the only time.
Yeah, that's the only time I think you've ever really gotten upset with me that I can remember.
Judy said yes in Texas.
Yeah.
I haven't been to San Padre.
I went to San Padre a long time ago. No, Kelly, he came here when he was in 7th grade. This is when I was teaching junior high. So.
No, I'm active duty for Kate. I'm
Yeah.
active duty.
Yeah. Kate, he's in active duty. So
what I'm doing here, I'm basically working. I came here to help my recruiter. So
to help recruit others to go into the Marines.
So yeah, I'm here for work.
And to do some training. Hey, Gail, how are you? Kate wants to know, do you fix the tanks?
Oh yes. well, we have mechanics, but like I'm always working on the vehicles. I'm always there helping the mechanics. Like, so I'm responsible for the vehicle. So I'm always checking, making sure all the fluids are good, all tires are good, like everything around the vehicle is good. And if there's something wrong, then I tell the mech. But I have to go there and help them. So I'm also learning, a little how to be a mechanic a little bit, which I like it.
Well, thank you, Lynn. He said that you make me happy until he does something. Oh, that's what your son did. Oh, cool. He worked on the tanks and everything. Okay. Kelly, believe me, I would have been mad. Believe me, it was not my choice. I didn't get a choice because when they worked hard for me and we'd have a free day. And what was your favorite thing about when we do free day?
Because you would bring snacks. We watch a movie.
What was your favorite snacks? Because y'all always told me what you wanted. Mm-hmm. And I'd bring it.
I think kolaches.
I'd bring them kolaches. Yeah.
And donuts.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. Like that week, you told us like to get everything done like before Thursday.
Right.
And we did it, so we could have Friday off, and then Friday came, and we got there. I was ready to watch a movie, for a free day.
Yeah. And then the school decides we have to do this test.
That's what I got.
Yeah, I know. I would have been mad. It didn't make me happy. Kelly wants to know how long you've been in the Marines.
I've been in the Marines for over a year. A little bit over.
A little over a year. Yep. About a year and almost 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
But he said that School of Infantry was a lot harder than boot camp.
It was definitely way harder than boot camp.
Now, when the sergeants or the drill instructors or whatever were yelling in your face, what did you think?
Uh,
What was going on in your mind?
There were some times that I would be like, why did I come here? Like I would ask myself that question, But I mean, I'm pretty sure that goes through, everybody's head whenever they're in there. Like, what am I doing here? Like, why did I come here? But like before I left, I mentally prepared myself for that, so it wasn't like that bad, honestly. Like like at the beginning, I would get nervous and everything, like trying to like do everything how they told us to do it and all that. But
how could you understand? I've listened to some of that. How did you understand what they've been telling you to do?
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just guess.
What is your favorite thing in the Marines?
The people, honestly.
The people?
The people that, because I get to meet new people from different places, different cultures.
Yeah.
And it's definitely the people. And the people is the one to make the Marine Corps,
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Kelly wants to thank you for your service.
Thank you for the support.
He's what is one of the funniest things that's happened? Can you think of anything that? Has anyone done anything to you, or you do something to somebody else?
I haven't done anything to.
Not
anybody.
yet.
No, like I don't. In boot camp, there was something funny. Me and my friend, we were going out to do a workout.
Yeah.
So they put everybody information, like the whole company in there. And me and my friend, we were like smiling. I don't know what we were smiling about, but we came out of the squad base smiling. And I seen a drill instructor, but I was like, oh. And I just kept on walking, but my friend didn't. He just kept on smiling. So the drill instructor was like, it was like, why are you smiling? He said, my friend was like, I'm a happy person, sir. He's like, oh, so you're a happy person? He said, yes. He was like, all right, I want you to start clapping your hands and sing with me. Oh, happy day in front of everybody. And then he's like, come on, now start moving your hips. So he just started dancing. Oh, happy day.
And he had to do it in front of everyone.
Yeah, everybody was information. I was just trying so hard not to laugh because I know if I would laugh, I would have been there with him.
He would have made you do it too. So did he had him? How long did he have him up there?
Honestly, for like 5 minutes, and then everybody was just there just looking at him. And then he was like, no, clap over your head. And he was like, oh, happy day. So, yeah.
So he had him up there. Oh my gosh, Robin! I'm not sure if you're having to leave, but thank you so much for stopping by. So I remember you telling me that. So if they caught you smiling, they made you pay for it.
Oh yes. They will always be like, "I'll get mine." That's their favorite thing to say. For the drill instructors, that's their favorite thing to say. I will get mine. Like if you do something, and the drill instructor tell you, "I'm gonna get mine," just be ready when you get back to the squad bay. Just be ready for it.
Yes, really, it is easy to see why I really love and care for him. He makes me laugh. Oh, there was something else I was going to say. Wow, I got so many things going through my mind. So, did they do anything like when you were in SOI, which is School of Infantry? Did they jump on you like that too?
No, it wasn't like that in SOI. But if you mess up, they would definitely like come and scream at you. But
okay,
once we got to SOI, like we were Marines already,
Yeah.
So they would treat us like Marines.
Okay.
But they expect more from you as a Marine than as a recruit.
So it was tougher.
Mm-hmm. Basically tougher.
Physically, yeah. Now, when you how many drill instructors have you had yelling at you at once?
Sometimes like 4 of them at once. You see his face.
Oh my gosh! Did you ever feel like laughing?
So many times.
I can just see Isaac laughing with that going on. What did you do? Think of something sad?
Like I was just like be like, okay, I can't smile. I can't. Like, I have to keep a straight face. Like, try my hardest, not to laugh
Yeah.
because sometimes it's just funny just to see them like blah 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 like right here in your
Yeah.
face, and you're like, and you just all you can say is like, I sir, I sir, I sir.
Yes, Kelly. Isaac is based in San
Well,
Diego.
and
Well, it's actually
Oceanside.
Oceanside, is to be more correct. That's where the base is.
Yeah, because there's another one in San Diego, which is Miramar. So
Oh, okay. I didn't
mhm.
know that. Is it, you aren't
That's
attacking?
but Miramar is more for airborne, like all of the.
Okay.
Mhm. My recruiter is going there in November.
What is he going to do there?
He's airborne. He's going
Okay.
back to the fleet.
Now, can you go to that later if you want to?
I could if I want to lab
If you
move.
want.
Yes, that's what I was trying to do, lab move and
Mm-hmm.
see if I can do something different in Marine
Right.
Corps.
He's in infantry right now, which is the hardest. But he's tough, and he wanted to be tough. I know at one time you were talking about being a snipe.
Scout sniper, yes.
Yeah. Would you still want to do that, or is that something you changed your mind on?
I want to do it, but like I had an instructor in ITV that he was telling me how it was, and most of the time, like a lot of people don't even get to make it.
Hmm.
Because like you in there for like 8 months, just trying to get into school first,
Wow.
and like he said that like more than 50% of people don't even go. So you literally go there and basically
Yeah.
waste your time.
Because they can only have so many.
But the Marine Corps is starting to, because you usually have to do it with the Army to be
Mm.
a sniper. But the Marine Corps just like last month, I
Mm-hmm.
believe, or a couple of weeks ago, they just started their own sniper training. So hopefully they got more spots open to be a
Right.
sniper.
Yes, he is in the Lord's army. God has got him through a lot of this, right? Um, he's okay. When you go back, how long will you still be doing the with the light artillery?
Like, so,
Yeah, that thing, that thing, that tank looking thing.
I mean, I was thinking about lab moving and about lab movies like
Moving across
when
to
you go
another.
you go to another go and do another job.
Right.
So I was trying to do that, and I will have to wait like 10 more months to do that.
Okay, yeah, too much too.
Somebody asked me something.
So you sound just like her son that's in Army Airborne Infantry.
Okay.
Okay, your grandpa was in World War II. She as Kate asked, does the Marine make you grow up more?
Definitely, definitely. But I mean, it's all in the person too because I know people they're Marines, they're older than me, but they're still childish. But you definitely learn to see things like a different way and to be like um, more mature
Mm-hmm.
in a way.
Robin wants to know, do you like to watch movies?
Oh yes, oh yes.
What is your favorite movies?
They're my favorite movies.
Well, thank you
Honestly,
for coming, Karen. I appreciate it.
definitely funny movies, comedy. I love
Comedies.
comedy. Yes,
Yeah.
and action for sure. Especially nowadays that almost all the action movies it has to do something with a marine. So yes.
Stuff with the Marines. This is the attack of the yarn. He didn't know he's going to be, having to face military duty with the yarn. The attack of the yarn balls. Um,
No, it doesn't have to be a movie with a tank in it for sure. No.
She thought it was cool that you got me the Bulldog Marine
Oh.
mascot. I just love that. Oh, it was a teddy bear? Really? That is so cool. I didn't know that they
I get it.
changed.
Well, they have it too, but the teddy bear I gave it to person.
Well,
but
I'm
but
just
I knew you
joking.
like dogs more, so I knew
Okay, you send me a picture, Lynn. I was just joking. I love the bulldog. He gave the teddy bear to a young girl. Can you imagine? Oh yeah, ladies love a man in uniform, don't they?
I I don't like telling people that I'm.
You don't usually go out in your
Mm-mm.
uniform.
I'm wearing this because I'm basically
He's having
working
to
right now.
yeah, he's gonna have to go after this to do some more stuff. Okay, Kate, you love action movies. She wants to know where you can get a marine teddy bear. You can probably look online.
Mm, yes, but most of like they have it at the PX. I don't know if like it's just for the
I don't know.
MCX. That's what it's called. Maybe
Hmm.
you can get it online from there. Just go to mcx.com. That might have it because that's where I got the Bulldog.
Yeah,
But I went to this actual store. But
yeah,
it's just usually like in on base. So
yeah. Judy, my dad was in World War II in the Pacific, and he was transported by the Navy to some of the places he went. Oh, you got it on base, Lynn. That's where Isaac got it. He brought
mhm.
it to me for Christmas. It's so cute. I love it. Does it have a special name?
It's just a devil dog.
Oh, Devil Dog.
Mhm.
I didn't know if it had any
Well,
other.
that we actually have the Marine Corps actually have a Bulldog. He's I think he's a corporal now. He yes, he got rank and everything.
He's ranked up. I mean, he's trying. He's working on being a corporal. He's gonna get there. Devil Dog. Yeah. She just sent a picture of the teddy bear. Let me see. Oh, how cute!
She still has him.
Is that what yours looks like?
It's a little different,
Is it a
but
little
it
different?
has the dress blues on for sure.
That's the teddy bear. He said it's a little bit different now than that, but it's in the dress blues.
Dress blues.
Okay, get us back up there.
Kay said,
I can see
"Oh,
Isaac as a captain sergeant.
I will take that. Will take a minute, but
He's gonna be general, you know.
that would take a minute. But I mean, it would be nice.
Yeah, and he's got to take college courses. He's
Mhm.
gonna start doing that, um, because you do have to have college
To be
degree to be
an officer.
an officer. I could. My mind is just going. He can help me. Yeah, General Isaac. That sounds good, doesn't it? Now, Isaac's last name, part of his last name is Funes. And what did they tell me what they called you?
Well, it depends. Like depends on who it is, but someone just called me Fun because we're
It's
shorter.
spelled Funez, so they call him Fun for short.
Some people can't even say it, so it said Funes. It's like it's not Funes, it's
It's
Funes.
Funes. You're not saying it right. So I thought that was funny when you told me that they called you Fun. Like, that's a good name for you. You like to have fun. Better than being called Sourpuss or something like that. Do they have places where you can go see movies on base, or do you have to go somewhere?
Um, there's the SMP, which is Single Marine Program.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little office where, like, if you don't have anything to do, you go there.
Oh.
They have TVs, movies, but
Hmm.
all of that is kind of like no working right now because COVID.
Yeah.
So, yeah, COVID ruined like a lot of things.
Yeah, because when Isaac went, he went right before COVID started. Because he went in February, and March was when it all hit. And then he didn't get to come home for his 10-day leave after boot camp, and no one could go to his graduation. So that was tough on Isaac, that
So
family didn't get to come see him.
yes, honestly, like COVID, like has messed up my whole Marine Corps experience.
Hmm.
Like I didn't get to see my family and graduation after boot camp. I didn't get home, like to come home for boot
So
leave.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
And once I got to the fleet, like there's not much that we can do. Like, and then like on base, there's like no one out because like if you out of your room, you have to wear your mask and blah blah blah. So on the weekends, like there's no one out. There's no one at the SMP, and like the guys that have been there before me, like they used to tell me like how it was before I got there, like or before
Mm.
COVID. Every Monday, like my company or my regiment will have like a every Monday morning they will get information, and then you get to wrestle. Like if you wanted to like rap it with anybody, you could. There was so many events,
Mm.
sports that you could play, and so many things that you could do. But now we can't because of COVID. So I feel like COVID has messed up my Marine Corps experience for sure.
And hopefully that will get better.
Hopefully,
How long till Lance Corporal for you?
I'm already a Lance Corporal.
I was going to say, I thought he already was. He is a Lance Corporal. He's wanting to move up to Corporal soon. That's what he said. That's why he's doing a lot of military stuff while he's here, they get points or something. What kind of things do you do for for stress in your extra time?
Sometimes I just go for a run.
Oh, that's what I like to do. To de-stress, go for a run. I'm just joking.
You know, listen to music. I'm trying to get back to drawing again.
Yes, you are so good at drawing.
I'm trying to get back to drawing, but most of the time, and I just hang out with my friends or just play video games.
Yeah, he'll play some video games to chill out a little bit. And he has a roommate, and y'all get along pretty good, right?
Yeah, we get along pretty good.
You've made quite a few friends there, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I knew you had. He makes friends everywhere he goes. I'm telling you. Everybody likes Isaac. He's easy to talk to, and he's just a nice guy. He's got your back. So since you've been home for this last 2 weeks, what has been the highlight of your visit?
Definitely seeing my sisters,
Mm-hmm.
being here with you,
Oh,
going out fishing with Mr. Jerry.
Yeah, he calls my husband. How many of you want me to get my husband on here and do a live? To get him on here I might have to knock him out, and you have to just see him setting up. Jerry's. What do you think about Jerry?
He probably won't even talk in here.
Unless, what could we get him talking about?
Unless, oh yes, definitely. If we can get him talking about his bird.
See,
He's gonna be here talking for like hours. And he's probably gonna try to take y'all out there so I can see his birds. For sure.
Yeah, he loves. Yeah, they all said he loves his birds. I would love to get Jerry to come in here. You ought to hear his accent. Am I right?
Yes.
I would love for Jerry to come in here, and I've told him. I said they would like to see you, and he gets so excited when I tell him that y'all like me talking about his birds. Yeah, we need to have Jerry and Grace video at some point. It took long enough for Grace and Isaac video, and I don't know.
Okay, so how many hours does he do in the Marines?
What do you mean by how many hours?
Yes.
Do you mean like a day? How often do you have to work during the day? How often? What are your hours? What is you start and end time?
My start time is usually at 5:30. In the morning, and end time we never have an end time. It all depends on like what we have to do through the day. What has to get done.
I see. So just whenever.
Yes, whenever you
get. Whenever you get done. Yeah, yeah, I've seen lots of my diamond painting bird images that I buy to do, and I'm working on one right now. If y'all are doing the DP April showers with me. Oh no, Kelly, your phone overheated. How many hours in the day to work a week? Well, like you said, it just depends on what they have to get done.
It always changes for sure, but like I said, it usually starts. Usually, we usually start 5:30, sometimes even earlier, and then after that, we get like an hour to shower, shave, and get it ready to work. And then we go to work. Okay, so back back a little.
Okay.
5:30, we get up and we usually go and do PT, which is physical training, workouts, go for a run or whatever we have going on that day. After that, we get an hour to go shower, shave, and get ready for work.
Do you eat breakfast at that
Eat
time?
Yes, and eat breakfast.
Okay, so you've got to go do PT before breakfast.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We PT before breakfast, and we get an. They just gonna like it depends on what time we get done, and then we get an hour to do it, and then you just be like just meet at the office or meet at the ramp, and we it all like I said it all depends on what we have going on. If a vehicle broke down and we have to take it to the mech bay, then those are usually like long days because they try to get it done as fast as they can, so they stay working in there like most of the day, like the whole day basically.
Do you get days off?
We get days off on Saturdays and Sundays if we're not training, but if we training, we don't get days off.
Okay. Now I know you've told me that y'all go and camp out, so sometimes you're just working day and night, right?
Yeah, sometimes like there's sometimes I would sleep for like an hour or two, and then I have to get up again, and we have to go to a different spot. So we always doing something when we training, like we actually train.
Yeah. It's not like boot camp anymore. They're not getting up in his face and yelling, are they?
No.
I was going to say, I think that those days are over. Yeah, I'm going to have to tell Jerry that there's a lot of people that want to see him. And he'll be here with his cap on because he doesn't do anything without his cap. Does he?
No. It would be nice.
Yeah, then you could watch it and you'd say, there's Jerry on there. But he would love to talk about his birds. If I could get him talking about the birds, then he would talk. And if y'all had questions about birds, that would make it go so much better. Because if he could talk about his birds, he'd do it 24/7, I think. Well, he almost does.
Yeah.
Doesn't he?
He basically does.
See, I've got Isaac here to back me up on that. So that's why I said, what could I get him to talk about? He already knew. Yeah, we could have the bird talk. And I call Jerry Birdman or Bird Daddy. Bird Daddy, what you doing? It could be the Bird Daddy show.
When do you get to sleep in the Marines? Like I said, if we are training, we don't sleep much. We always doing something, especially when we have to do night driving training. But if it's a regular week and we just garrison, which is like when you said like in the area, you don't go out training, then you usually off by 5, and if you want to go to sleep like right away, you can go to sleep or do whatever.
What you want. Do what you want.
It's after whenever we're not training, it's just like a regular job, you know. Do whatever you want after work.
I want to know if you watch my videos.
I do. Sometimes I do.
He tells me he does sometimes. I told him that I had done one about him, and you said you watched that, right?
Yes, I did.
I got it. You know, he's got to hold me accountable that I'm not lying about him. I would love to take Isaac to Australia. My husband would love to go to Australia and go fishing. I would
love to go.
Oh, and we could diamond paint, Kate. That would be so much fun. Oh my gosh, he would love to go bird sighting in Australia. That would go. He would love it. What are they hiding under their ball caps? I don't know. That's a secret. Jerry would like to go to Honduras with Isaac one day to see the birds because he's told him about some of the birds that are there because they're different than here. Well, hey, from Kurt, another Texan. I've had a few other Texans on here. Edwards. I can't get it closer to me. Oops. Edward and Brazida? I'm not sure. Why do they have to get up for exercise? Well, that's part of the Marines.
We have to be fit. We have to be physically ready for,
Anything.
for whenever. Yes, for anything. So.
Yes, Isaac is from Honduras. You lived there until you tell him how old you were when you.
When I came here, I was 13. Yes, I forget sometimes.
I know how old you were.
Yes,
I'll tell you the answers, Isaac.
I was 13 when I moved here.
Well, hi, Maureen. Haven't heard from you and seen you in so long. Because I hadn't done a live in forever. It's been over a year. I got to do some more. Oh, your son is in the Air Force. Cool. Well, I got my Marine home for just a little while. And now, you said that the breakfast there isn't too bad.
I think the breakfast is like one of the best things we have, honestly.
It has been, Maureen. Oh, yeah, he speaks their language. Of course he does. Which is Spanish. Tell them that, because you have told me that there's a difference between, like, Spanish in Honduras and Spanish in Mexico and maybe Spanish in another country.
There's always different things, It's just that there's some things that we call it different than other countries, and the way we say things too, like because a lot of people say that people from Honduras we speak so fast that they can't even understand us. So yeah, there's always a difference between all the Spanish and the different countries.
Yeah, and it's kind of like us because, like those of you that are from Australia or the UK, we have different names for things. A flashlight is called a torch there. I mean, the first time I heard some of those things, I'm like, what? So I guess, it's from any country, any language. Are you going to have to leave?
No.
Okay. I thought maybe they were saying, I think you need to get on over here.
Just making sure they're not wanting me over there.
So, Kelly, I know, Kelly, you were raised as a military child.
She loved the chow hall.
And you love the chow hall food. He's not real crazy about it.
I'm sure Muchas gracias. Que Dios le bendiga también. Gracias por estar aquí escuchándonos.
Yes, he speaks Spanish very well. Mm-hmm. And he does fast. Sometimes I'm like, okay, slow down because I'm having a hard time understanding what you're trying to say. Yeah, you've got to be strong to be in the Marines.
People from El Salvador, we speak like the same. We basically the same. So.
Oh, okay. So El Salvador and Honduras are a lot alike. Okay. Yes, all right, Kat. So they could have a. She says gracias.
Oh, de nada.
Okay, Kelly her dad was stationed in Spain, and she loved the food there.
Oh, I mean, it depends on where you're at, and
yeah, I guess it depends.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
Oh, Judy, your husband was in the Air Force for Air Force Reserves for 42 years. Cool. Hi, Linda. I'm glad you are able to tune in. You're at the laundromat. Oh my gosh, that's no fun. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we call those koozies that hold cans, and y'all call them stubby holders. Interesting. Maureen says, thank you for your service.
Thank you for the support.
Yeah, the Spanish in Spain is different. It's kind of like the English in England is different than our English.
And the way they sound too is
Yeah,
different.
the accent is different. Very different. And it was interesting. Now, you remember when Pong came, but that was a year after you came. And Pong was from China, but they I remember they'd be in there trying to teach. He wanted to learn Spanish and the others wanted to learn Chinese, and I was getting to learn a little bit of everything. I was like, but they got along so well. I just loved my kids that came over here from other countries. It's just different. They're very respectful. Not to say that I taught regular classes also, and I pretty much got along with my kids. Do you feel like I was respectful to you guys?
Oh, yes, definitely.
To me, that is the main thing. If you're going to teach, is to have respect for your kids. And
that's how you get respect back.
Exactly. That's exactly right. So, because that's what I try to say is if you're going to be in the teaching field, you've got to show respect, and you don't try to embarrass them in front of their peers. That's not cool, is it?
No.
Not at all. Did Isaac know English? No, he did not know English. None.
I probably knew how to say like hi. That's pretty much it.
You knew no, because it's the same in Spanish and English.
Oh yes, and no.
It's
yes,
exactly the same.
Exactly.
No, he didn't know any English, but Mama Grace here, she taught her children the English, and we had fun. We had fun doing it. I mean, I had to be tough sometimes, but most of the time we had fun. I remember you guys, it was probably like in October. It was the beginning of the year, and you guys had just come from other countries. And, oh, thank you, Judy. I did my best to teach them well. Anyway, my principal wanted my kids to get up in front of the school board. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
And give a speech. And
I was kind of it was scary, honestly. It was really scary though, because we were barely learning, and
yeah,
you have to go against like higher ups for a school. It was scary. It was definitely scary.
And I knew they were going to be scared, but I told them, I said, listen, it's going to be okay. Yes, Spanish does have many dialects. When I had them write what they wanted to say they wanted them to talk about their country, or was it what you thought about moving to the United States? It was something like that. I don't remember.
It's been a minute.
It's been a few years. But I had them write it in Spanish, and we translated it to English, and they learned their speech in English. And remember, we went out to eat before. I was trying to get them relaxed, and we went out. I took them all out to eat, and I
love eating. Yes. And a lot of people have seen me like the other day. I went out with one of my sergeants, and then we were eating, and I asked for so much food, and they were like, "Are you gonna finish that?" I was like, "Watch me."
Yeah, he ate it. Well, not quite his whole family.
At first, it was just my mom, and then she brought my brother over here, and then my mom and my brother, they were working together to get money, and about 7 years, almost 8 years later, I got to see my mom and my brother.
Yeah, he went all those years without seeing his mom or brother, and then was brought here. But the travel up here, I found that fascinating when he was talking about it, because you said that you got stopped by banditos and
and even police officer over there in Mexico. But it's bad over there. Like you can literally just give them money and then they will let you go. So.
Yeah. But he actually had, he did what he was supposed to when he got there. Where is he living? Well, he lives on Marine Base.
No, where was he living?
Where were you living? He was in Honduras.
I was in Honduras.
And he moved here to
Texas.
Yeah, he moved to Texas.
Best state.
Yay! No, he did not live with me. He lived with his mom and his brother and stepdad, and his mom had Abby came with him. He has a sister that came with him from Honduras. She's
about to be 18 next month.
Yeah, she's going to be 18 in May. I got to help her get her driver's license. Well, that's going to be fun. I helped Isaac to get his.
Mm-hmm.
So he came here, and his mom had Genesis when you moved here, right?
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't even a year old.
She barely turned like a.
Oh, she was just a year?
Yes,
Okay.
She was barely a year when we got here.
So he had a sister he'd never met. Were you in McAllen, Texas when you crossed, or do you remember?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
He was in McAllen. And he's talked about it a little bit earlier. But I remember when he came, no, he wasn't in foster care. He lived with his dad and stepmom, and things happened that he needed to get out of that situation. Oh, really? You have a lot of family there. That is awesome.
I like over there, McAllen, for the valley.
Yeah, down the valley.
There's like everybody like Spanish. Everybody like last time I went, I was with Brissa, and then she was like, "Why are you speaking English? Like everybody here speaks Spanish." I was like, "My bad."
Well,
and then the food over there is great,
mm-hmm.
and then they have the little drive-throughs, and like it's like a gas station, but it's a drive-through. So you literally just drive in there, ask for whatever you want, and then especially you can get like chips that are like mixed with like however you want it. Like you can get hot Cheetos with cheese, stuff like that. So and pickles.
Now you told me that the tamales are different in Honduras.
Oh yes, they're way different from the one that they do in Mexico. They're definitely different.
Con botes y sombreros todos.
Yes, everybody over there.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't walk most of the time. We were in a vehicle, and because my mom had to pay like good money first.
Yeah, she paid thousands of dollars for this.
So
for him to get here.
The guy that was bringing us over here, like he would pay like money to get vehicles. There were some times that it was like 10 people in a little Honda Civic. Sometimes it sucked, but at least we weren't walking the whole time, and we didn't have to get on the train, but we were always moving in a vehicle, or a bus or a van, whatever. So.
And how long did it take?
It took us about 9 days to get here to the border.
Yes, it was a coyote.
Yes.
That's the only way that you can.
Yeah, if you don't get a coyote to come over here and then like you try to do it on yourself, nowadays it's so dangerous that you can get killed like on the way here. So my mom had to pay so much money for us because the coyote, he knows people and then he pays that people so they don't do anything to the people he's bringing.
Yeah, so to keep him and Abby safe. And when you got here though, and you had to go into the detention center, that's where they decide who is going to be able to stay and who has to go back. So he did what he was supposed to do here. Isaac's mom passed away almost 3 years ago of cancer. She is no longer living. So that was a really hard time for Isaac. But he's got his sisters. He's crazy about his little sisters. I still remember when your mom had the twins, and she texted you and ask for me to bring him to the hospital. So I got to hold the girls the day they were born. It was so exciting.
Went straight after school.
Straight right after school we went. Yep, sure did. What do you mean, who takes the car for the family?
Probably,
like when he came here?
You probably meant who takes care of the family.
Oh, his father his stepdad is his stepdad, remarried, and so the girls have a stepmother. Yeah, the border is scary. There's a lot of things happening there, and they can get hurt.
Definitely, yeah.
It's
dangerous out there.
And you said in Honduras, though, you saw some things that were pretty scary.
Oh yes, there's definitely like over there. It's like really, really, really bad. That's one of the main reasons. A lot of people come up here, and a lot of people doesn't understand. Like people from here, they don't understand like how good they have it here, and like how bad it is over there. That's what people comes over here. A lot of people don't come here just because they want to come over here, but it's because they forced to, because all that's going around them, all the hunger, people that doesn't have jobs over there, it's hard to get a job.
Yeah.
And all the bad things that are happening over there, so that's why a lot of people come over here. But
talk to you later, Lynn. Yeah, he told me that you actually saw someone get stabbed when you were in Honduras.
There's so many things that you see.
Hey, Melly. Hi, Patty. Well, Isaac doesn't live with his stepdad, and it's not really his stepmother either, because that's not really his dad. But yeah, we are fortunate in this country. You're right, really, and a lot of people take that for granted. That's right, Judy. People in Central America have a rough time, and that's why when I was teaching ESL, I would hear my kids' stories, and I wish people could hear those stories before they, pass judgment. No, we don't want crooks and things like that coming over here, but that's not what's all that's coming. There are some, I'm sure. Like Isaac here, he's such a bad guy.
I mean, you have a little of everything,
But we have that over here, and that's why they're supposed to. Well, hey, Pommy Angel, how are you? Yeah, I'm lucky to have Isaac too. I hear from him when he needs something. No, I'm just joking. Every so often he'll say, "Hi, Abuelita, how you doing?" Well, Isaac, I didn't know if you were still around or not. But yeah, he saw a lot of stuff in his life. He really has. You probably saw it. Yeah, we have to. There is border control, and he went through everything he had to make sure that they aren't dangerous. But Isaac is very sweet and humble. He is just down to earth. You may need to teach me some English now. Hi, Angie. How are you? Yeah, it's nice to hear another person's story, to find out where they come from. What were schools like in Honduras?
It was definitely a whole different thing. It wasn't as long,
Mhm.
and over there we have money for schools. So like schools are old.
Mhm.
The teachers they don't even get paid that good. Well, they don't get paid good either here,
Yeah.
But um, all the things that we have are old. Uh, you struggle to like the teachers have to find a way to try to teach you. It's not like here that you have labs and you have this, you have computers and all that. AC at the school. Um, you get food at the school. We don't have none of that over there.
Mhm.
So it's a big difference.
No, he did not speak English when he came here. I taught him. That's how we came to meet each other.
Hmm.
I will never forget the first day I met Isaac. He was 13, um, and he came to the school and he had to go get his vaccinations. He hadn't had those yet. So it was going to be his birthday. His birthday's August 23rd, and he was going to have to go get his shots on his birthday. And I said, "Well, happy birthday for you."
Yes. Oh
I
yeah,
do.
that was the first thing you told me. I
I
remember
remember that. I'm like,
that.
poor guy. Oh yeah. Sometimes teachers. A lot of people don't know what teachers go through unless you've been in there and done the job. You really don't know. I mean, when I first got out of college, I had on these rose-colored glasses, and I thought everyone was going to be sitting there waiting to learn. Yeah, well, I found out real quick that's not how it works.
Yeah, and you was definitely a good birthday. I had like 8 shots that day.
Yes, he had a bunch of shots. It was a great birthday. They don't teach English. No, they do not teach
We
English there. Not where he went. Um, well, Judy, if they come to most of the schools, they are required to be in ESL. Yes, and it's something I'm not sure when exactly it started because um, it was hard. Like my mom, when my mom came here, well, her parents came here. They only spoke Greek, and my mom only spoke Greek when she started school. So they threw her in school, and she just had to pick it up. Now, some ESL programs are good in the schools, and I designed my program different than anyone else that's in the district. I had these guys with me all day long, and I taught them all subjects, not on the same level as the other kids were learning because they didn't know English yet. But at Christmas, I was able to put them in their math classes, and they were able to pass their math because they could understand enough. And in the next year, um, they were put in all classes and were able to succeed because I really worked on them understanding English. That is what they need. They need to learn the language first before you send them off in there. And what? I don't know what that's saying. I got some kind of, but they need to learn the language. And not all ESL programs are the same. Some of them, they just have a class, one period a day. You just can't learn enough. And it's hard on the teachers too because they don't know all those languages. I've had kids from Russia, China, Honduras, Mexico, the Philippines, different places. And some knew a little English and some knew nothing at all. So it's hard for them to just be kind of thrown in there, especially when they're getting to be junior high age, because it's harder to learn a language the older you get. Yeah.
Angie said here in India they are
In
taught at ESL.
Indiana, they're taught in ESL. Okay, they have an ESL class.
He helps a lot, honestly. He really does help.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Kelly. Talk to you later.
Well, it's nice meeting you too, Kelly. Have a good day.
So yeah, it was they really need to learn the language before they can do something else. Once they're not stupid. I mean, They speak 2 languages, okay, and they're also doing the work. So that's and it's hard with the teachers. I felt bad for the teachers. Well, the American government does help pay for the ESL programs. So, bye, Kelly. So they are helping in that way, and different school districts do ESL different ways. But the government does help pay for that program. It's different than what is coming for other kids. It's a separate, just like they have separate things for other things. Yeah, America needs to help kids learn English too. And I taught English, and let me tell you, I taught 3rd grade for 17 years. I taught junior high for 17 years. And when I was teaching 7th and 8th grade English, I still had kids who didn't know what a noun and a verb were. I'm like, guys, I know you learned it in 3rd grade if you had me, because I was teaching that. So, yeah. And believe me, we do try to teach them English. We really do. But it's hard. Yeah. If there were more ESL teachers, I was the only one on campus.
Mm-hmm.
The only ESL teacher on campus. So my job, I was busy all the time. Just because there's tons of paperwork. I had to keep up with every one of these guys. And I don't see all the ESL kids because some of them have lived here their whole life. They came to school only speaking Spanish. And so they didn't know English when they got in school, so they put them in ESL to help them learn English. But then they give them all these tests, and those tests are ridiculous.
Way too long.
Oh, they're hard, they're long, so it's hard to get out of the program. I mean, it's that Isaac got out, it's amazing, because I would have like 70 other kids who might be in ESL, but they spoke English perfectly. Melly, I requested, there was an ESL teacher there. Maureen, he's been in the Marines for a little over a year.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. You have to look, they hire ESL teachers. When I was in there, the ESL teacher that was in there, I didn't think was doing a good job at all. So I asked if I could take her place. And I did that for several years. I taught ESL for several years. And I loved my kids a lot. Yeah, don't you love all the grammar Nazis on social media? It's crazy. So, Melly, in short, they have to be posting an ESL position. And if there's a teacher on campus who wants to, you have to be ESL certified. I had to go take a test. And there's a lot of people that can't pass that test. And to me, it was just common sense. Yeah, well, thank you, Melly. I hope I was a blessing to you.
No,
Isaac.
you definitely.
Yeah, he's a blessing to me. I feel like God put us in each other's lives for a reason. He has to keep me out of trouble too, you know. It does take a little patience. Someone like this. Oh my goodness. But I'm going to tell you something. I can see it's a night and day difference from before he went in the Marines to now. He has really matured a lot. I mean, and I know people have probably told you that.
They tell me my body looks. I look old. They say I look like a man now. I don't look like a kid no more.
Well, you're 20 now, so yeah, you are more mature. So yeah, and your body has filled out because you're doing physical training all the time. Why isn't a teacher for these kids in school for children who can't speak English? There is, but we don't have enough time to teach them the way we need to or want to. That's the problem. My idea of the way that it should be done, and my principal was so kind to let me do it the way I did it, was to keep them all. Everyone else says, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't keep them all. They need to go out and be immersed into the... No. I don't know if anybody else agrees with me or not, but it doesn't make sense to me to throw them into a class of, let's say, history or science and expect them to both learn English and pass science at the same time. Yeah. Thank you, Melanie, for agreeing with me. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's right, Judy.
Yes, Judy, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
It makes boys into men.
Especially the Marines,
The Marines, yes. The Marines, he's tough. They're helpless, Melly, and that's what they're doing. Since I am no longer there as the ESL teacher, the lady who took over for me, I handpicked her, and she did things the same way I did. Well, she had to move, and the person that's in there now, they're not doing anything for them. It's sad.
Yes, they do.
They need to hire more teachers, but there's not the money to do it. They don't have the money. Well, thank you, Robin. It just doesn't make sense. For example, when I was in college, I took a ton of Spanish courses. I didn't speak, hardly any Spanish. And I was in classes that were taught totally in Spanish. I took a history course and a reading course in Spanish. And I'm like, oh, dear Lord. So, anyway, we've been on here for, almost 2 hours. I guess we need to get ready to wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed meeting Isaac, and
it was nice meeting everybody here, and thank you for subscribing to the channel, I guess.
Yes, he's got to put in a plug for his abuelita. Say that again, Isaac. Well, Melly, I am so glad you could join us. Immersion learning better for learning a second language. No. To throw kids that don't speak any English at all into some place that is just teaching English, they're not only trying to learn the language, but also trying to learn a subject. That just, I'm sorry, but it just doesn't work to my way of thinking. What do you think? As a person who, because I took you in, okay, and taught you English. Do you think you'd have been better if you were just putting on classes that were taught English in English?
Definitely not. Because I probably would have been lost the whole time trying to. And if I would have went to regular class, there's people there you probably just could have just copied from everybody else, but you wouldn't learn anything. So it wouldn't be a good idea to just throw, the guys in there and expect them to learn. No, it wouldn't work.
Well, everyone is saying they are happy to meet you, and
hopefully we can do another one before I leave.
Oh, maybe. Would y'all like for me and Isaac to get together again?
Mm-hmm.
Would y'all like to see me and Isaac do this again? Yes, Maureen, I did talk about my kids a lot. I love my kids. Okay, Melly said yes. Was this time a good time during the week? I don't know if you can do it on the weekends or not. Because they keep him busy.
Yeah, I'm always
different.
Busy.
He wouldn't. I would just have to let you know when we could do it. So we can do this again, and you can think of questions maybe. I have had him diamond paint before he got into the Marines, and he enjoyed it. Well, I thank you so. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much. Well, we need another. We need to do an Grace and Isaac whip and chat. I could have him working on his own. He knows how to do it because I showed him how. It's relaxing, and everyone's saying that it's a pleasure. Take care of yourself. They're going to be praying for you, your sister.
Appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Robin, for thank everyone for everything. Yes, I need help with my painting. Maybe he could get on one end while I'm working on the other. Yes, Isaac, actually, I had him in the diamond painting before he went to the Marines. He come over here and do a little bit. I love all you guys. I'm going to let you go. I could just, someone says I'm going to keep going. So if we can, I'll try to put it in my community tab when we'll do another live. And if you want to just see me sometimes, do you want me to just do a live by myself? You know? Do you want to see me by myself?
I just want to say thank you, everybody, and thanks for the prayers. They really help, you know. They really help me especially. And please give me your prayers and my family as well. And thank you for joining us today. And for my Spanish speaker out there, muchas gracias y que tengan un lindo día y que Dios les bendiga.
And I knew what that meant too. It just takes me a whole longer to say than he said. But yes, y'all have a beautiful day. God bless all of you. I love all of you. We got Semper Fi here. Say it again.
Hoorah.
Hoorah. So, okay, I may just jump on here. I used to do them on Thursdays at noon. Noon was a good time for me because my husband works, during the day, and we'll see. Okay, noon Central Time because I'm in Texas, or I could do it at 12:30 or whatever. But I'll try to let you know if Isaac can get back together, and we're going to try to work on Jerry. I need to get Jerry on here.
I'll probably need to come on a weekend and we can do all three of us together.
Oh my gosh. Oh, how about Greg? My brother Greg. Oh my.
You don't want to.
This would be X-rated, wouldn't it?
Yes. Definitely.
It wouldn't just be R. It'd be X-rated with my brother on here. Any of you want to see an X-rated live show? I'm going to tell you, he says whatever. And,
Yeah, he said whatever's on his mind. So
it's bad. It's really bad sometimes. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. Love you. Mwah.
Bye.
Okay.